If you came across this video, you are on the right track. It doesn't matter what you do, how old you are, what country you live in, but I promise you that you will succeed. Because while people are wasting their time watching stupid videos, you are watching videos to improve yourself.
Life Hacks HQ 100X.
Write off jets, you can write off cars, you can write off offices, you can write off a swimming pool. Every apartment that I ever rented, I rented a second bedroom. Every apartment I've ever had when I was single, I would always get a second bedroom. I would label it the office. The door had office on it. It had a computer in there. I'd put a label on there. Do not come in here unless it's business. Waiting for the audit. Come on, John. I'm paying attention to my money. I'm paying $1,200 a month on rent. It's a 1,000 square foot apartment. 200 feet of that is my other second bedroom. That means I get to write 20%, 200 feet of that 1,200. So I get to write off $240 a month. You guys are like, oh, it's only $240 a month, $2,880 a year. Some of you right now watching say, man, I never thought about the rent, the office, and I pick up $200. If you're not paying attention to $200, you're never gonna get the big play.
This is legit. It's Edward verified. Love him or hate him, the math man.
Dang, these houses are gorgeous. What in the hell do these people do for a living? I mean, really? What in the hell do you do for a living? Where you work? You work several part-time jobs?
That's how you start a business using ChatGPT.
A lot of people talk about ChatGPT, but you can literally go tell it, hey, I have a budget of $100. How do I start my clothing brand that's named blank, that represents blank, and is specifically for people like this? Input all of that information. It'll give you exactly what you should do step by step. You can start literally any business right now. Like there's software coding and things like that. I think it's more important for people to just ask the right questions. But if you're just starting out, I definitely recommend breaking down your budget and understanding that you might have to raise it by a little bit because you may go over it a little bit more. Focusing on the idea, the culture of the brand, and really focusing on like what it represents and who is the person that should be buying it from you. Because you can't sell to everybody.
What inspired you to make that transition from music and say, you know what, I'm gonna get off into this product and this grocery store?
Well, let me tell you what made me make that transition. Failure. I failed at so many things, and so never be afraid to fail. Those failures is gonna motivate you to get to where you need to go. I always fall with my hands down, pick myself back up, and start running. So I'm not afraid to say, I took a loss on this, I took a loss on that, but then what I did, I educated myself. So it wasn't a loss, it was a lesson. So every time I fail, I got better at something, even with the product. You know, one time people talked about the tennis shoes. I said, you know what, that motivated me to get better. I got to get more quality, got to get better designers. I did all that. So I tell people all the time, trust the process. So your failure is what's going to get you to where you need to be at. So you might think that you're done or it's not happening. No, those failures are going to prepare you for that success. And I think, you know, going through the things I went through in the early stages of my success and having to start over, don't be afraid to get back on the horse.
Why are you coming like this? Because I'm a fucking bona fide hustler. I'm trying to be a billionaire. Why don't you have that many businesses? Niggas in the hood is fucked up on Section 8. I came from the bottom of the bottom.
AI tools you need to pay attention to.
The only AI tools you need to make $10K per month, 11 labs for voiceovers, Cohesive for script writing, InVideo for video creation, Beehive for your newsletter. Now stop sitting around and go get a bag.
Link in the bio.
Here I come.
Remember, guys, take care of your teachers.
Here's $5.
Oh, I'm not homeless. I'm a teacher.
Whew. It's $10.
If everything you needed was in the book, then the teacher would be too successful to teach the class.
Man, Sean, it's a dog on the fucking riding lawnmower cutting the fucking grass.
Remember, before you love anybody, you gotta love yourself.
I'm not faking happiness for anybody. If I'm not currently living the life that I desire to fulfill, I refuse to hide behind a photo filter in an attempt to create a facade so that I can gain the validating opinion of strangers. Why fake like you're happy when happiness can be a reality? Why pose online in a picture and pretend that the partnership is good when the two people in the relationship know it's not? Why not get offline, get in life, and figure out how to make the relationship quality? Why create fake scenarios of a successful life when you can actually go out and be successful? Flashing homes, cars, and trips to Dubai doesn't necessarily mean that you're successful. It could mean that you're totally irresponsible and living off credit, but we want somebody to give us credit, so we would rather present a lie than live a life of actual joy and tranquility. You don't have to fake it until you make it. You gotta work until you make it. True happiness is absolutely a possibility, but it's our own responsibility to put in the work to ensure that we come to that place of consciousness. If you keep God first and remain consistent in your faith, words, and practices, you can bring about a true life of fulfillment. But if you keep trying to hide behind the photo filter, you'll find out that fake happiness is gone.
Life hacks HQ 100X. A lot of more important things I need you to pay attention.
We spend $54 million a year on hair. $54 million a year on hair. We spend $152 million a year on perfume. We spend $700 million a year. This is just black people. $700 million a year on liquid soap. We are clean while living dirty. So you smell good, your hair looks good, your nails are good, you got brand new church clothes, and you got all of that with no insurance. You got all of that with no stocks. You got all of that with no investment portfolio, but you smell good. We just keep buying a bunch of.
And that's my time, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, remember, this is Jason Miller. Roll the well and check that spelling. And again, your purpose on this earth is not to please me, nor is it to fulfill some unfulfilled emotional fear and childhood need. Ain't no mystery. Check the history. Let everyone be proud of their very own deeds. Remember, guys, while everything is going great, praise God. When things are going bad, seek God. When you're in your quiet time, trust God. And at all times, thank God. You know who it is. God bless, God's best, and as always, Godspeed. Shout out to Billy Carson. You know what it is, Forbidden Truth. All day, every day, 19 keys to the family.